people who have passed away, it doesn't matter what kind of life they live. Once they drop the body, their vibration goes up. What I see is subatomic particles, which are highly charged, and there's lots and lots of empty space in between.
It was something that was innate, suppressed, and then reawakened.
And that is the journey of most mediums, because it, I train hundreds of people now, and each one of them is naturally gifted. They are. A lot of people are naturally gifted. They just don't know how to receive the messages, how to keep the connection. And people mistake mediumship to be just about speaking with the dead people, right?
Yeah.
And it's not about that. It's about your state of mind. It's about playing with vibrations and understanding that the people who have passed away, it doesn't matter what kind of life they live. Once they drop the body, their vibration goes up, because they don't have matter. They don't have mass like we do. So their vibration is much higher than ours. So in order to connect with a vibration which is much higher than your own, you have to have a really good state of mind. You cannot be depressed or sad, or you can't have emotional distress or turbulence in your life. So in the process of trying to connect with someone who has passed away, the very first step to it is making sure that you are in a good place in your life.
Wow.
So if anything, you actually end up becoming a better person, a more conscious person, and you kind of get rid of all the emotional drama in your life. So
wow,
it does, at the end, and at the end, it doesn't matter whether you can speak with someone or not. I mean, I can almost guarantee you that once you clear your mind, you can communicate with anyone, living or dead, in the best possible way.
Yeah, and you start fine-tuning all of your senses, right? In those subtle areas. It's like I often say the analogy of like wine to people. It's like, like if somebody just starts drinking wine, it's red and white. But if you keep on drinking red, you can tell the difference between a Cab and a Pinot and a Merlot. Or it's just your palate becomes more sensitive, and you can pick up the different tannins and the different subtle notes and flavors, right? But everybody can do that. It's just training yourself to do that.
It's commitment. And also, I mean, how many of us really use the five senses, physical senses, to the most, right? Like, I don't know any person who is using their five physical senses 100% of the time. We are either on our phone, or we're so distracted, we're not always present. With mediumship, you cannot be that. You just cannot be absent. And you have to use more than just your five senses. You're using 8 clear senses. So you're developing your sense of smelling, your taste, your hearing, your feeling. And it's not what's in the range of your physical senses. It's actually things which are beyond that. And I always explain this to people, and I say, if I was to take a sample of your skin and put that under the microscope, what I see is subatomic particles which are highly charged, and there's lots and lots of empty space in between.
Yeah.
So when you are in an example would be ice, a cube of ice. The reason you can feel it and touch it is because those subatomic particles are bound together. They are like so tight that they can't vibrate fast enough.
Yeah.
You apply some heat, it becomes water, and that changes form, and the subatomic particles are now spread across. Now you apply some more heat, it becomes steam. So our loved ones are in the steam form. We can't see them because the subatomic particles are way separated at that point.
You enjoying this so far? Did you forget to subscribe? Make sure to do so. It takes 2 seconds. Just press that little button, the red one. You know the one. Just press it, little like. All right, enjoy the rest of this content. That's a cool analogy.
Yeah, and that's the science behind it. So, energy cannot be destroyed. So it has to change forms. It has to go from one form to the other. And what happens when you die is you just drop this mass form and you go into non-mass. The minute you go into non-mass, now your vibration is different than someone who is in a mass form.
Yeah.
So how do you connect with them is through your clear senses.
Wow. I mean, that's like literally the best way of explaining it, And I think anybody can grab a hold of that because everybody's seen, water, ice, and steam before in their life, and they understand that happens, or there's so much. I mean, we don't notice until the dew point becomes that we feel humidity. We don't feel the water in the air. The water's in the air, like LA people say is super dry, but it's actually extremely has high levels of water molecules in the air. It's just you don't feel it because the humidity, the dew point isn't at that level,
Yeah. And even this, like in a ceiling fan, right? When it's paused, you can see all the blades. The minute it starts going faster, the blades disappear, but it doesn't mean that they disappear. I mean, they're still there. We can see it because the vibration's gone fast enough.
Yeah.
And I know that, I mean, elephants communicate with each other in sounds that are beyond our hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of things which are beyond tangibles. And I think the biggest failure to me is that human beings are so used to everything being tangible. Like we want to touch it, feel it, eat it, sense it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we cannot do it, then we don't think it exists.
Yeah.
And I think we are losing, because our loved ones are just around us. Because we believe in the tangibles, we kind of break that connection with someone who has passed away.
If you like this content, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. And we also have an amazing link right there for some cool product. I know you want to check it out. I know you want to click it. Go ahead. Come on. You can do it. All right, until next time, have a beautiful, blessed day.